best helmet for EUCs.
Let's go!
Alright, let us talk about your face. Yes, your face. The thing you use to look at people and eat chicken wings. If you are riding an electric unicycle without a helmet, you are crazy. You are out here balancing on one single wheel of pure electronic fury going 40 miles an hour. If you hit a pothole, you are not just falling. You are launching into orbit like a human missile. People saying they do not need a full face helmet because they only ride on the sidewalk. Let me tell you something. The sidewalk is made of concrete. Concrete does not care about your feelings. It does not look at you and say, "Oh, that is Kevin, let me be soft today." No, it breaks your jaw like Christmas toys. That brings us to the ultimate showdown of the protective headgear world. We are talking about standard full-face helmets versus the legendary modular helmets. If you do not know what a modular helmet is, let me explain. It is the Transformers of the helmet world. The chin bar actually flips completely up and out of the way. This brings us to the biggest real-world issue for riders, the dreaded hydration and frustration. You are out on a long group ride. It is 95 degrees outside. Your tongue feels like sandpaper. With a standard full-face helmet, you look like a total fool trying to shove a plastic water bottle nozzle through the tiny chin vents. You are squeezing the bottle and praying water hits your mouth, but instead you just waterlog your cheek pads. Now you smell like wet ass for the rest of the day. With a modular helmet, you just hit one button and flip that giant chin bar right up. Boom! Your whole face is free. You can drink your water like a civilized human being. You can chug an entire sports drink right there at the red light without looking like you are trying to perform dental surgery on yourself. Then you have the communication issue. We have all seen the riders trying to talk to pedestrians or order food at a drive-through window. You are yelling through a thick piece of fiberglass and foam. You sound like a muffled ghost trying to order a cheeseburger. The poor cashier is looking at you like you are trying to rob the place. If you flip that modular jaw up, you can speak clear as day. You can tell the guy standing on the corner that yes, this wheel goes fast, and no, it does not balance itself when it is turned off. You do not have to rip the entire helmet off your head just to say hello to another human being. Taking a full helmet off means dealing with the straps and messing up your hair and pulling on your ears until you look like a cartoon character. But let us get real about the safety aspect because the YouTube comments love to argue about this. A lot of riders worry that a modular helmet is going to split wide open if you take a dive at 30 miles an hour. They think the hinge mechanism is going to snap like a cheap plastic toy. The reality is that high-quality modular helmets are heavily tested. They have metal locking hooks that secure that jaw bar in place. When it is locked down, it acts just like a solid full-face shield. You get the impact protection you need when you face plant into the pavement because a rogue alley cat decided to cross the path. You also have to consider the weather. When you are riding in the early morning, the humidity inside your helmet builds up. Your visor fogs up instantly. You cannot see a single thing. With a standard helmet, you have to crack the visor open and let hot air blast directly into your eyeballs. With a modular design, you can flip the chin up at a stop sign to instantly clear out all that hot breath. So what is the best helmet choice for your ride? If you value absolute maximum simplicity and you never stop to talk or drink, then a traditional full face works fine. But if you want to actually live your life and enjoy the ride without feeling like you are trapped inside a dark, sweaty cave, then the modular helmet is the absolute winner. Take care of your head because you only get one. Let us double down on this conversation because clearly some of you are still sitting on the fence. You are looking at your wallet and you are looking at your head and you are trying to do math. Stop doing math. Your brain is inside your head. If you lose the head, the math does not matter anymore. I read another comment online yesterday that blew my absolute mind. This guy wrote that he does not wear a helmet because he has great balance and knows how to fall. Know how to fall. What does that even mean? Are you a stuntman for a big budget action movie? Are you practicing your graceful rolls in the living room? When you hit an unexpected lip in the pavement at 35 miles an hour, you do not roll. You skip. You skip across the asphalt like a flat stone on a calm lake, except you are not a stone and the asphalt is covered in gravel. Let us talk about the absolute sheer weight of these high-performance wheels. These things are not the little plastic toys from 5 years ago. These are 100-pound blocks of metal and magnets and massive batteries. If you go down, that wheel keeps rolling. It becomes a motorized wrecking ball. If you do not have a proper full face setup or a heavy-duty modular helmet locked down tight, that runaway wheel can catch up to you. Imagine surviving the slide just to get rear-ended by your own unicycle. That is a level of embarrassment you never recover from. This is exactly why the modular helmet design completely changes the game for the daily rider. Think about the physical exhaustion of riding hard. You are using your knees and your calves and your core to steer a machine through traffic. You get hot. Your core temperature skyrockets. When you pull over to take a quick breather with a standard full-face helmet, you are trapped in your own personal sauna. You are breathing in your own carbon dioxide and wondering why you feel dizzy. With the modular helmet, you stop at the park bench and click that release button. The entire front of your helmet goes up like the garage door of a mansion. Suddenly, the crisp, cool wind hits your sweaty face. It is a spiritual experience. You feel like a brand new person in an instant. You do not have to unplug your headphones or adjust your sunglasses. You just let the air do its job. Let us discuss the absolute nightmare of the bugs. If you ride in the evening, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There is a universal law that states the moment you open a standard helmet visor, even a millimeter, to get some air, a giant beetle will find a way inside. It will bypass your eyelashes and go straight into your ear canal. Now you are riding a unicycle at high speed while screaming and slapping yourself in the side of the head like a crazy person. Pedestrians are watching you think you are having an emotional breakdown. With a modular helmet, when you are actively riding, you keep that bad boy locked completely down. It is an impenetrable fortress. The seal around the jawline prevents the wind and the bugs from entering from underneath. But the second you slow down to a safe walking pace or stop at a crosswalk, you can pop the front open safely. You control the environment inside your head. Think about the community aspect of this hobby too. Electric unicycle riders are social creatures. We do group rides. We meet up at charging stations. We hang out in parking lots for hours talking about tire pressure and battery voltage. If you are wearing a fixed full-face helmet, you look unapproachable. You look like an anonymous bounty hunter from a sci-fi movie. People try to ask you a question about your wheel and you just nod your head like a giant mute robot. When you roll up with a modular helmet and flip that face shield up, you instantly look like a friendly neighbor. You can have a whole conversation about your motor specs without sounding like you are speaking through a walkie-talkie buried under a mattress. You can actually smile at people. Remember smiling. It is that thing you do with your mouth when you are happy. People like to see it. It builds trust in the community. I have seen people complain that modular helmets are heavier than standard dirt bike helmets. Yes, they are slightly heavier because they have hinges and locking mechanisms. But let us be honest with ourselves here. You are riding a device that does all the heavy lifting for you. You are not running a marathon. You are standing on two pedals while an electric motor pushes you up a hill. Your neck can handle an extra 3 ounces of plastic and steel. Stop skipping neck day at the gym and protect your jawline. Let us talk about the specific horror of trying to sneeze inside a closed helmet. It is a biological emergency. You feel it coming. Your nose starts to tickle. You realize you have exactly 3 seconds before disaster strikes. If you are stuck in a traditional full-face helmet, you have to accept your fate. You sneeze and then you spend the next 5 miles staring through a messy visor that smells like cinnamon garbage, wishing you stayed home. If you have a modular helmet, you just pop the chin bar up and sneeze into the open air like a free man. That feature alone is worth every single dollar. Think about the financial side of things too. People will spend $4,000 on a brand new high-tech wheel with custom suspension and fancy ambient lighting. Then they go online and look for a $30 helmet on clearance. What kind of logic is that? You are protecting a multi-million-dollar brain with a piece of cheap styrofoam held together by hopes and dreams. Invest in your safety gear. A good modular helmet gives you premium comfort and premium versatility. We also have to talk about the internal sun visors that come standard on almost every good modular helmet. When you are riding toward the sunset, you are completely blind. Standard helmets require you to swap out the entire main shield for a tinted one, or try to squeeze your casual sunglasses inside the tight padding. Squeezing sunglasses into a tight helmet forces the frames directly into the side of your skull. After an hour, it feels like someone is driving a nail into your temples. The modular helmet usually has a little slider on the side. You slide it forward and a secondary dark sun shield drops down internally like a secret agent gadget. When the sun goes behind a cloud, you slide it back up. You do not have to stop your ride. You do not have to carry extra shields in a backpack. It is pure convenience. At the end of the day, you want gear that makes you want to ride more. If your helmet is a hassle to put on and makes it impossible to take a sip of coffee or talk to your friends, you are going to start leaving it at home for the short trips. And the short trips are exactly when the crazy drivers pull out of their driveways without looking. The modular helmet removes every single excuse you have to not wear protection. It gives you the full open face freedom when you want to relax, and the heavy duty full face security when you want to drop the hammer and fly down the road. Be smart out here. Keep your face beautiful and keep your wheel upright. Thanks for watching.